Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation at the Light Institute of Goddessdale and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are visiting and going to meditate with us for the first time, there's a special way that we do our meditation. We divide it into 3 parts. In the first part, we ask our divine higher self. It's the intuitive essence of your soul. It's your own inner voice, to take a form for you so that your consciousness can align with that kind of frequency. And then we ask that form to touch our body, and then we draw it in and we sit in meditation. After we've sat in meditation, as we begin that, I'll make a little Om sound, and you can push the button on your apparatus so that you can meditate for as long as you like. In the second part of the meditation, we imagine that we're reaching up into the cosmos and pulling down a beautiful beam of white light through the top of our head, down into our stomach, our solar plexus, which is the center of our emotional body. And drawing that white light quickens our frequencies. And from there we laser that white light out through our auric field, out across the planet and back into the sky. And in this part of the meditation, we just continue this. You can do it with your breath. Breathe the white light in, exhale, send it out, bring it back up into the cosmos. Continue that cycle. You'll find that that will take you into a very deep and quiet and peaceful meditation. In the third part of our meditation, each week we pick a situation on the planet and we extend our highest frequency to that situation, so that part of our purpose in meditation and in focus is to connect to the outside world and give the gift of our consciousness and our energies into the world. It makes a difference. This week, we're going to focus on the animals, because for quite a while now, I've been hearing reports of wild animals and domestic animals becoming violent. Dolphins who are not seen to be violent have been hurting people. Whales, dogs, all kinds of animals have suddenly become aggressive towards humans. Could it be that they are picking up our energies? I think so. And so what we'll do in this third part is we'll gather all the animals in the world and we'll ask them what frequency of light they need from each of us in order to feel calm, to feel safe with humans, and to release that expression or that mirroring of aggressive behavior. And that will make a difference as well. If you're ready, we'll begin with our breath by closing our eyes. Close your eyes. Now breathe in through your nose and hold at the top for a moment. And now puckering your lips, you're going to exhale much more slowly. This quiets the brain and expands the consciousness. Exhale now. Once again, breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And now relaxing your breath, ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, your own inner voice, to take form for you. It could be the form of a light or a being, a tree, an animal, a configuration. Just see what form comes to you at this moment. Now, ask your higher self to touch your body where you hold your divine essence at this moment. You might see or hear or feel that touch anywhere in your body. Just see where your higher self touches you at this moment. Now, as you breathe into that point, just imagine that you're opening this vortex and drawing your higher self in through that point of divine source and into your body. And feel as if as you sit with your higher self that you can enter into a beautiful state of meditation. Om. With your consciousness, reach up into the cosmos and pull down, magnetize to you a beautiful beam of white light down through the top of your head, down into your solar plexus, and from there, laser that white, bright light out from your solar plexus, out across the planet, back up into the sky, into the cosmos. Breathe in and draw it back down through you and release it out. And just continue that process of drawing the light in and releasing it out, which will take you into a peaceful meditation. Om. Take a deep breath into your body and bring into your mind's eye all of the animals from the animal kingdom, especially any that you have heard have become violent or aggressive towards humans. Just imagine whether it's birds or wingeds, the beings from the oceans or the waters, those from the animal kingdom of earth, the dogs, the cats. Just bring them all into your mind's eye. My higher self says, and the bears. And ask the animals what frequency of light, what color they need from you to come back into a place of calm energy, so that they are not aggressive to humans, so that they are not picking up the negativity, the fear of humans that makes them aggressive. And just see what color comes into your consciousness from them. Whatever color comes to you. Again, reach up into the cosmos and draw exactly that beam, that tone of light down through the top of your head, all the way down into your stomach, your solar plexus, and from there, laser that beam, that color, directly into all of the animals of the animal kingdom, extending them to them this language, this cosmic language of light that they ask for from you, that will calm them, make them feel safe with humans, shift their energy so that they are not taking on our violence. Continue to draw that color down and extend it to them, and allow it to continue to flow into all of the animals until you begin to feel a shift. Maybe they're calming, they're quiet, peaceful, happy. And now take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. I know that will make a difference. Thank you for joining us in this. We do have a second part of our meditation. It's called Knowings. And people from around the world each week send in questions that they wish for us to speak of in order to uplift our awareness and to support all of us. And so Allison will tell us the questions that have come for this week.
The first question is from Fort Worth, Texas, in the U.S.A.
Uh-huh.
Dear Miss Griscom, I am currently a student and taking a religion class. Can you please explain why every tribe, culture, race, etc. throughout history has had to have one or multiple deities? Why is it that humans have always had to have something or someone to worship?
Well, I wrote a book about that. It's called The Evolution of God, and it begins in primordial times, when the first shamans said that they experienced that they could be the go-between between humans and nature. You see, from the very beginning, humans felt the power of nature, and so they separated out the god of the rain, the god of the volcano, the god of the wind, the god of the water, because they felt this conscious sentience. And of course, humans have always, until this moment still, think that everything is about us, And so they wanted to find a way to balance out any kind of conversation or relationship. And the shamans began by saying, if they called the rain and it didn't rain, that it was our fault. And so we developed this psychogenetic imprint that we had to please these powerful nature energies, that they were conscious, that they were aware of us. Now, the problem with that is that it has brought about throughout history this conversation of everything being about us in relationship to us. So we have a God that looks like a human. So we have all of these personal and emotional relationships in terms of our worship, rather than the other way around. What if, and these are laws of the cosmos, if we were directing energy towards those energies? What if you said to yourself and felt the power of that, I am the wind, I am the water, I am the divine. If you did that, then you would feel this connection, and you would know that our consciousness does influence the weather, for example. And it does influence the earth, because we have amongst ourselves this psychic thread where my thoughts enter your thoughts, my anger touches your anger, and the same is true across species and into the earth itself, into Gaia itself. We do not recognize how powerful are our emotions. And so we have built upon this conversation, whether you are in a religion, you believe in one God, or you believe in many gods, it's still about the need to placate something opposite or outside you, rather than to become that energy and find that beautiful balance inside that allows for you to, again, bring harmony. Because if you are the wind, then it's easy to say, as the wind, I will rest now. Or as the water, I will be still, or I will bring the sun. But just by the focusing of your consciousness. So I agree with you that this thing of we have to worship, because also from the very beginning was, if you don't do it right, then it's your fault and you must be punished. And of course, these are thought forms that have, and belief systems that have come from primordial times. Blame and judgment, and they're very poisonous. So it would be wonderful if, with you, a student of spiritual energies of religions, could begin to not pray to God to be careful with you or help you, but the other way around, to pray for God, that there would be an evolution, that all of the divine, whether it's an element or whether it's a life force of some other kind, that it would benefit by your presence, by your connection. And if you do that, you could make a tremendous difference in the way humanity lives and moves and uses life. So thank you so much for that question. Alison?
The second question is from London, England. Hi, Chris. I just found your book, Ecstasy is a New Frequency, and it's mind-blowing. I think you might be talking about incarnational work as a way to not only clear karma from our lives, but to help others who have passed clear karma that they need to clear and did not finish while they were here. Am I getting this right? Oh, please help me to understand this, and thank you for your important contribution to our world and our evolution. I think you may have done so much more on this planet than anyone could possibly comprehend.
Thank you. Yes, what I'm saying there is something very profound, and that is that through your consciousness, you can change the past, and in changing the past, you change the future and the present, because they're not in a linear construct. They are flowing in between each other. The past creates the future, and the future is built upon the present. And so there is this dance between those three. And what I was talking about there was that when you do an incarnational experience and you're looking at a lifetime, and in that lifetime you're looking for qualities or energies that can support you now, what's important to know is that your higher self will always show you lifetimes that are relevant to this lifetime that you're having now. Even people that were important in that lifetime will be people that you know now. So when you are able to say, oh, that person that I killed or that person that I loved was so-and-so from this lifetime, you, in recognizing that, break a point of karma. Remember that karma is simply cause and effect, action and reaction. So when you know that this is a person in another life that is in this lifetime, and you release them, you might be sending them color, you might be breaking a contract or vow that you made with them. Very often, especially in negative situations, we make contracts and vows. I'll get you in the next lifetime, or we'll always be together. Those kind of contracts and vows tether us. They lock us into place based on the experiences, the cause and effect, the action and reaction that we've had from our many incarnations of the soul. So, when you identify someone and you are releasing a lifetime, we look at incarnations not to go, oh, I was this or I was that, but to release them, because when you focus on something and you hold it, it tethers you to that. An example that I often use is perhaps you were a great spiritual teacher in another lifetimes, but at that time in the culture in which you lived, you did not honor women. Or you fought against people who had a different God than you. In today's world, this would not be well. It would not help the evolution of your soul. So when you identify them and then you release a lifetime, and by the way, when you release the content of a lifetime, the energy of it goes into the unmanifest and is magnetized back to you. And because we are an intelligent species, we attract to us an energy that we can use again and use better. And so this is how we change the karma of those, even if they died in another lifetime or they've gone in this lifetime, and you can't fix your relationship with them in this lifetime because they're not present. But when you touch them from a spiritual perspective, how you have known each other, and very often lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, then you dissolve away the repeating patternings, the repetition of those relationships, and that frees them. After all, it's hard for us to acknowledge this, but the truth is that everyone we magnetize to us, we put them in a box. We say, you're going to be the enemy, you're going to be the friend, you're going to be the child. We put them in a place that stifles the evolution not only of ourselves, but of them. So this is why I've been doing incarnational work for over 66 years, because it's so crucial to the future and the evolution of humanity, of our species, and our relationships, and the way we live our lives with each other and with all other sentient beings. And so it's very exciting to recognize that simply by clearing away, dissolving, releasing into the unmanifest the karma we've had with someone, even if they're not present in our lives now, we are freeing them from patterns, and we are freeing ourselves. And this is the threshold of evolution. Thank you. Allison.
The last question is from Banff, Canada. Chris, I love what you said in your peace video this week.
Oh, good.
Will you expand on your wisdom of peace and it not being confined to the doing? Thanks for nailing it yet again.
Oh, thank you for bringing up that point, because it is really crucial that sometimes we want, hopefully we all want peace, but we tend to think that we could have peace if the other guy would just change, whether it's another group of religious people or a different race of people or a different country of people. If they would just do something different, then we could find peace. In other words, if they could do what we think will bring peace, that makes us feel safe and peaceful. And so we get very locked into somebody has to do the doing. Maybe we have to push them, or we have to tell them, or we have to fight them to bring peace. Remember that peace is not attached to war. Peace is an innate energy, but we have to begin with inner peace. And that's why I was saying it's not confined to the doing. What do you do to bring peace? And do you participate in dialogues? Do you participate in wars? It's not about that. It begins with our inner peace. When we have inner peace, first of all, if you remember from that video, I talk about how peace is connected to safety. When we feel safe, when we don't think someone's going to hurt us or we're going to die or something terrible is going to happen, that's when we feel peace. If we are concerned with these other things from the outside, we will never really access peace. Peace is not a thought. It's not even an emotion or an action. Peace is an essential essence energy that we can draw upon at any time. And so we want to turn to that. And then in that way, we find any kind of doing that has to do with peace. And I want to bring up this doing aspect because we humans have a tendency to self-righteousness. Self-righteousness is an energy that says, I'm the good guy because I do this. I'm going to bring peace because I did that. And that is always a totem pole and an old archaic idea. Because when we have that self-righteousness, it's always about ourself relating to the others, rather than find the peace inside you. And this is a very important law of energy. What's inside is always mirrored on the outside. And if you contemplate that, you will see that it's true. And so when we put our energy into a peaceful energy, and by the way, peace doesn't have to be still, it doesn't have to be a meditation. Peace can be laughter. Peace can be running and playing. Children who are very, very often very busy in the motion. So let me say that peace is more about emotion. It's about a pulse that starts with an energy, and that energy radiates out. So it creates this ripple. And that is the true essence of peace. So if we have that, then the ripple from us will be that others will feel peaceful as well. And that goes out and out and out. And it goes out from the personal into the global. And that's how we do it. So thank you for that. And I hope that you and all of us will seek that inner peace. It's inside you. Where am I holding peace at this moment? Could be anywhere in your body. When you focus on that inner peace at this moment, you will find yourself actually experiencing the essence of peace. And it's that point of reference that creates the rippling effect out and out, that causes people to smile around us, that causes people to not want to fight or argue or be separate, but to join in the wonderful potential of our human consciousness. Try it. Great love to you and to each of you.